Alright. How's that? Well, let's see here. I want to use this before 12 to kind of get the camera going pretty good. Get that out of the way. I mainly have, well, there's this car, and then there's the first one I'm going to build today. It's just this one. I've already taken this one apart, and I'm not really sure what to do with it. Instead, I'm just gonna build something out of it, because that's about the only thing I know to do. But yeah, I think this is gonna be the main tricky part right here. But I will give this a few minutes to get going, and yeah, let's see what all's going on in it. If you're watching, you can say hi in the chat or something, because I'm looking at the chat right now, and if you want to say hi, then that's perfectly fine with me, because I wouldn't mind it. And good Lord, I must have a third lung right there. But yeah, I'm not sure how many pieces this car is right here. It's not even the full amount of pieces. And this one has probably very few good mechanisms to it that I could use for like a lifter, a flipper, or something like that. This right here, I noticed that it's got some claws like this to it. So this one's going to be easier to make an active weapon than anything. I do have that. Oh my God, there, that's better. That is better. See, there we are. All right, well, I think I got, well, I'm just going to count this as one piece. But other than that, I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, a bunch. 5, too many. I'll say it like Ernest T. Bass. The number of pieces I got here are too doggone much. But I don't know. If you ever heard of Ernest T. Bass, then good on you, because that means you've heard of the Andy Griffith Show, probably. So that's good on you. But, well, I guess we better get this started. Let's see. I'm going to try and say this name properly. It's Audrey D. 2011. Hi there. And, well, what's been up is that this is the first LEGO BattleBots related video that I've made in, it's either almost a year or it's over a year. And I gotta say, things have really changed a lot since then. But at the moment, I'm gonna try and make an active, like a LEGO BattleBot with an active weapon. You see, kind of like this, except it's about impossible to make a spinner. But I'm going to try and make this using only the pieces on this white board, and then the pieces that have just dropped off of it. But yeah, there's a ton of things that have changed since the last time I did this. And then too, you got the test bot, and it's weird because the test bot is more durable than some of the bots that were used in actual competition. And this test bot is just meant to be tortured. That's why I took the wedges off of him. Well, no, just these things. I think it's just weird that it can be pretty durable. But with this right here, there's also this man. So, do you guys think that this man should actually drive this car and make the first Lego BattleBot on the history of this channel to have an active driver in the arena with the car. Oh my God, I'm laughing even thinking about that. The 2 Roblox scenes. Oh, yeah. I agree with that too, because I don't know how I'm going to put him in here, but this will be hilarious either way. So let's get started with this. The first thing I'm going to do is put this man in here, because I don't know what this man has done to me, but he's done something that I don't like. And he will get tortured for it, even though I have yet to figure out what it is. So, there's him. See what we'll do right here. Hold on. I'm gonna move him back a spot. That won't fit there. That may fit here if I raise his arm. All right. That'll fit, I think. Let's see here. Oh, I can fit something under his arms, but I kind of got to make an active weapon on it. That's the whole purpose of this. I have to make a active weapon on this bot. So I'm just going to attach this right here. I don't know what this is going to produce, but there's that. I'll put this on there. Wait a second. I'm going to set him down, and the lifter has decent ground clearance, but okay, Valkyrie is going to be the test bot right here, so give me just a second. There's something right there. Hold on. It's right over here. That piece right over there. And here's what would happen to the lifter if I just left it like this. Well, if I can get this blade to work, even though in my Lego BattleBot series, even though Valkyrie made the finals in season 5, sometimes the blade still has trouble working, especially if it doesn't have a piece under it. It can have a lot of trouble. Let's see here. No circular pieces right there. So at the moment, I'll just say that, yeah, the lifter would be gone in no time with that, but here we go, and yeah, look at that. Crap. Yeah, stand by as I try to figure this out, because yeah, one day I'll get this figured out, but how about this? I'm gonna torture this driver even more. And okay, that's not really gonna restrict his view. Thank God. Okay, this is a tall boy, even with that piece in. Alright, I can't fit that right there, but I kinda need to reverse this. Either that or wait a second. I'll implement that in there. And then I can fit this. Well, I won't be able to fit that in there. Can't fit that, but oh, see what we can do. There's this. there's this that all fit. And then too, this would be, I think, one of the only robots I've made with that are fully Lego brand. Because most of the bots I make, they're made of both Lego and off-brand stuff. Almost none of them are name brand stuff, because the name brand stuff sometimes is just too expensive, and oftentimes is just pretty ineffective. You see right here, this is by no means a highly durable lifter, but it does the job. I'm going to have to put a lot of work into this right here. Yeah, it's by no means the most durable lifter in the world, but it's not the weakest lifter in the world either, thankfully. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this poor dude out of here, and I'm gonna have to take the poor steering wheel out of there too. And well, scrap that idea, because I guess I must have been a brain fart from. I guess I must have been one of my many brain farts. I don't know. Let's see, I don't think that'll work. Here we go. Yeah, this live stream right now, it may be considered a little bit anticlimactic, but I'm hoping it's going to escalate. I mean, right now, I just basically had to interrupt myself, because I don't know if the poor, can the poor dude see with this? Oh, he'll be fine. You see, in Lego BattleBots, we're all about safety, and this is why he needs encapsulated in something. And yeah, this right here's why. If he wants to, if he kind of wants to be in the arena with his bot, there's no rules explicitly stating against that, but just a general rule of thumb, you probably don't want to be in the arena with your bot, especially if it's a bot that's probably going to get smoked by the entire competition. Let me see if I can put a piece right there and make it a little bit more durable, which I think happened. I don't know, but I think that'll make it more durable. You know what? Valkyrie's right here. I'll see what I can do. See how many hits it can take before a piece comes off. It looks to have taken no damage from that. So that's pretty good. Okay, so I've gotten this down, and I take it this right here is going to be where all the components and all the electronics will be located. I don't know much about this stuff, but I'm just making an educated guess. But then too, let's see what that'll do. Yeah, that might not be too good, because anybody looking through this hole, if I left the bot like this, anybody looking through that hole could easily look into this man's crotch. And yeah, that would not be very good, because that would be kind of grounds for harassment, even though this guy kind of didn't really volunteer to show it. Let's see here. Yeah, that. I mean, the main thing of this is we're getting a live human inside his bot, before GTA 6. And that's just a feature. That's just a good feature in itself alone. But jokes aside, I think this is going to turn out to be a nice design, even though it may not be considered the safest. Especially because it just lacks protection in every single way possible on the entire face of the earth. I think I'll move the window back one thing. There we go. And then, yeah, I might want to put something there. Or I can just I could just do the entire thing over. You take these little 1x1 bricks off and then unleash the better idea. I couldn't make a magic trick work with my finger there. But yeah, chat. So with this view right now, are my hands kind of blocking the view? I'd like a honest opinion about that, because I don't really know if they are or not. I'd like to get that from a fan perspective. See what you guys think. Yeah, the wheel guards, I would about have to put them there. I would put them here, but yeah, it would make it almost immobile. But yeah, you got this guy right here. Unlike a NASCAR driver, this man doesn't even have a Hans device. So yeah, he is extraordinarily dedicated, because he knows that he may not live another second once he gets in the battle box. And you got this piece on the back of it for absolutely no reason at all. And there's another piece I put on there for absolutely no reason at all, even though it entirely needed to go there. So there's that. I'll continue to make this the craziest thing in the world. And I'll make it run on electricity, but the charger is exposed. So you get a bot, if he's unlucky enough to get hit by a bot like this, then there goes his charger, and that practically takes him out of contention. And if the charger somehow makes its way off of the bot, then he probably won't be able to compete for the rest of whatever he's entering into, whether that be a tournament or anything like that. Yeah, these are by no means going to win the ground game, so why not just put them on there as wacky as possible, just to be weird. Because as the great Al Yankovic says, we're just over here being white and nerdy, and that's what I am, I think. I don't know. I certainly am not doing this guy any favor by restricting the safety. But yeah, you got to admit, this is the pinnacle of safety right here. There is no safer level of driving a bot. Actually driving a bot and being in there with them than this right here. I'm almost losing track of what I said, but yeah, I'm going to have enough guards right here to keep him safe for at least a few seconds. As long as he doesn't get in there with a bot such as Deep Six or probably a bot like Mess, he should be fine. And I would say I'm being 100,000% sarcastic right there. I am going to need to take this off temporarily, because what else better is there to do than to put these on here specifically to restrict his view a little more? And to be honest, I don't know why I have so much hate against this guy right here. I don't think he ever did anything to me. He was just the innocent victim who was driving this car at the time, and now he's an innocent soul who may not see Christmas dinner. I got one more wheel guard, so yeah. I don't even know why I would put it there and just leave this wheel totally exposed, but it would kind of fit the mood of this thing. And oh yeah, because over here I can put another charger. That way, to make this thing a hybrid. Yeah, chances are he's not going to make it very far, but it's a good thing that the team is at least trying to be prepared. And by the team, I mean me and whoever else in the battle box gets caught up in this unfortunate mess. But yeah, you got wedges to deflect it, and chances are those aren't going to serve too good of a purpose because all these guards and stuff, you got like a good spear block. A good spear block can get completely through that in a heartbeat. And they'd be randomly poking that guy. He'd be, ow, ow. They'd be like, what are you doing, sir? But yeah, we need some headlights on here to alert people when he's braking. Even though those should have been red. I can just put that on there for meanness. And by what kind of meanness? I'm not really sure why it would be mean. But anyways, I don't know what to do with the rest of these pieces, because I can put something on here that would kind of restrict this view a little more. But then too, it's been cut out, so it wouldn't really be a view restriction. And he can see straight forward, and he can operate the lifter. So I think that's all that matters. Except he might need a bit of a butt. I don't know. I'll see if I can make a mini bot. So I consider this finished for now, but I'll make a mini bot and see what I can do with that, because we still got another car to go. And I have no idea what this mini bot is going to do to contribute to this guy, or I don't even know why this mini bot would want to enter a competition like this. I will move the wedges from the sides here. I will move them to the front because that'll give them some ground clearance. Sometimes, depending on the bot, the mini bot can be just as effective. Sometimes in battle bots, you'll have that. And in my series of Lego battle bots, you can have as many bots as you want to in the arena, but having all these bots in the arena like that, it could get confusing fast, and you probably wouldn't want to have all of that. But yeah, here is the mini bot. It can get under bots here, and it can wedge under bots right there. But okay, there's 18 pieces left. And none of those 18 pieces I really have much use for. So I'll consider this bot finished, but without the excess pieces, the mini bot would have never been possible. But against the test bot, so with the test bot's complete front plow, see what he does. With the front plow being complete, this guy does not get the ground clearance. And with the front plow being incomplete and kind of a bit of yeet, oh, he actually does there. And see what's, oh my God, a piece just fell off of him. He was able to do a little something there, but yeah, a piece really did fall off of him. Let's see here. So yeah, not really any ideas that I have for this one, as in name wise. I do know that the mini bot is also unnamed. That's one of the things I know. I don't know much other than that about this bot. But anyways, it's time to get to the second car. And I'm going to have to take this second car apart on camera. But yeah, if you've got a suggestion for this guy's name, like the bot's name, then I'd love to hear it, because I'm not sure at all what to name this. And yeah, poor dude does have to drive the car, so if you got a name request, feel free to comment it. But at the moment, I am going to have to tear this apart on camera. Oh man, this will be a long few minutes, because let's see what's going on. And then yeah, there's a lot of base pieces and just there's a lot of good pieces here, but there's also a lot of just excess crap that come with the Lego cars. Sometimes the excess stuff that comes with the Lego cars, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't care for it, but other times it can be incredibly useful. And we go. Oh man, that's some pieces that got yeeted. It'd be yeeted in a way that a Minecraft mob, if they had knocked back 1 million, would do. And yeah, those videos where it's Minecraft but mobs have knocked back 1 million. I think those are absolutely hilarious. I need to get these little tiny pieces out of the way. But I'm gonna take this apart, wheels and all. I can't really do a single piece. I can't really keep a single piece of this together. And here we are. I take it that's a name request from the 2 Robloxians, the Man Box. If that's a name request, then man, that's a pretty cool name. The Man Box. I've never heard of something like that, and that is pretty funny of a name. And chances are, since I can't think of anything for it, chances are that would probably be what it becomes, is the man box, because yeah, that is pretty funny. Oh, well, I just yeeted another piece. Let's see here. I got, yeah, my goal this time, don't yeet more pieces until I finish the robot. Well, yeah, my goal, that's just a personal goal right now. And here we are. Well, this is probably a good 200 pieces plus that I've gotten, and we do have a chair. Maybe that chair, that could probably be more important later on down the line. Oh, I can't forget. That right there cannot stay together. I should have taken these apart, but it would take way too long to get them back together. Well, I'm just going to conform to the challenge, but I'm going to have to put these back on. The only reason I took it apart was specifically to go with the challenge. And let's see what's going on here. Well, I kind of just left that blank. It's like I kind of just left that El Blanco. Yeah, this does not match on any standards, but I'll use it. I remember this is kind of like the old days of Lego BattleBots. Well, before I televise it, it was like back before I got good parts. My bot designs were complete crap. You'd probably sit back and wonder, like, how could I even have the nerve to do something like that? And you got some bots. One of my original bots that had an active weapon, its name was Recycler. What I need to do is recycle its design and bring it back to Lego BattleBots sometime. Because, well, I ought to bring the series back at least for a couple more episodes sometime. But the thing is, too, I ought to bring Recycler back, and it would be the legend of the recycled design. Because with Recycler, I think he was seen in season 1, got the number 3 seed, and if memory serves me right, he made the quarterfinals where I don't remember what bot he lost to. It may have been Endgame. I think he went 2-1 in the first season, and then was never seen again. Which is totally my fault for not broadcasting Recycler over an audience. But then too, you got bots like this. Bots like this I would consider a small bit outdated, especially like with the lifter design. Even though it's pretty slick with the design, it just, a lot of bots like this, some of them are outdated. And oh man, this wheel set right here, that really is sturdy. But with these bots right here, it's hard to make something that is durable against a hammer bot, and it's hard to make something that's just durable against every type of bot, in all honesty, because yeah, there's just so much that goes into one of these bots. And I know it sounds like I may be paranoid, but oftentimes I don't think I ever have made one bot that can just withstand them all. You got even bots like Endgame in my series that a hammer bot would probably be the one bot he would easily lose to. And you know, Endgame was the original champion of my Lego BattleBots series. Yeah, there's that. Not only was he the original champion, but then too, he was one of those bots that practically any bot in the world, he could fight about anything in the world and be successful at it. But I think hammer bots would be Endgame's downfall. You got, I'm not sure what would be his other downfall. Maybe full body spinners would be another downfall of his, but there's not that many of them, and I don't remember if Endgame has actually ever fought a full body spinner on my channel. But anyways, you got like a top roll cage or something. I don't even know what to call this on this bot. It kind of impairs the wheel movements at times, which is good, but okay, maybe that's a little too good. Maybe that is way too good. But yeah, in this whatchamacallit, it's good if the wheel movement is bad, even though it's not good in any way. You got Solo Studio that says hi, hello, and welcome to the stream. I'm hoping you're having a good day, and I hope it's being made even better by watching this. I do hope that. Okay, that worked. That worked perfectly. That like little roll cage or something, that whatever it would be called. Yeah, that did work really good, but then too, this thing down here, I do not know what to put in that. I might need to cover that up. But then too, I got an idea. I'll just cover it up with something subpar. That way just to make the most awful roll cage I can, because I've already screwed it up in every way possible. Let's see. I'll slap that on it, and if it comes off, that's still exposed. So I'll just do this. There that piece finally is. And then I'll slap a bit of this on it, and there. And you can probably still see down there from up here. But yeah, a nice little roll cage, or whatever it is, just some top armor. So it should fight against some hammer bots. Even though I'm not sure how good of one it can fight. I need to start working on the front though. Let's see here. Okay, that right there, it's a decent idea, but it can't win the ground game. I kind of need something that will win the ground game and will be durable while at it. I need kind of something that will when it attacks a bot, it'll attack it like a angry Enderman. Let's see here. Got that. I could make it some lifting forks, but them right there, them just wouldn't be as durable as I'm looking to make the bot. Yeah, building this bot right here, it just takes me back to the older days of building Lego BattleBots, because I started with the Lego BattleBots in 2022. That was 3 years ago when I started making my own series. I feel that the broadcasts were much better by season 4. I'd say season 1, just the bots and the broadcast in general just wasn't the greatest. Of course, I didn't have the most accurate bots in the world, and that was kind of to be expected because it was only my first time doing a season. But I feel that, well, I think I kind of got more professional with it as I went on, but eventually I just ended up losing interest in it a couple of years ago. But then I started watching a few more Lego BattleBot streams, and I thought to myself, like, hey, this is, I ought to do this again and do this car. And this car right here, I saw it and I thought, like, I ought to build this. I ought to make it into something. Yeah, so far I haven't even gotten to the weapon yet. It could be something as simple as a wedge, but I do still need to make a weapon for it. That right there, that wouldn't work because that'd fall off to anything. Let's see what can happen here, because I think the lifting forks would be a decent idea, but then too, they wouldn't be completely durable enough. It'd be more decorative, but if it could get against a bot and it could just be lucky, then, I mean, I think getting lucky is half of winning in Lego BattleBots, but then too, if it could get lucky enough, those lifting forks could do a pretty good job. Oh. Well, I've already got that piece on there. I don't have a second guy from this right here to put on there. I could just make a faux steering wheel on it. Even though that is a steering wheel, just it'd be more like a faux driver, if you know. And let's see here. Oh man, this is a good piece, and a piece to match it. I like good pieces, but I like when there's two good pieces, because two good pieces who both match each other are obviously way better than just one. And even though I'm stating complete facts, and not even 100% trying to, it's just, I don't know, it's just, hold on a second. All right, here we are. Here we go. Okay, that will not quite work, but I think this will. Let's see if the wheels are moving. Oh yeah, they do. The forks aren't completely too high off the ground. Yeah, thankfully it's not one of those bots who just regularly has high ground clearance. Because, I mean, high ground clearance, that's one of the most detrimental things one of the robots can have. And we got Max Ang saying hi. That's also who I know formerly as a Random Robot Battle channel. Yeah, how you doing? And I haven't seen you in a while. Well, I haven't talked to you much in a while because I've kind of been dormant with Lego BattleBots. But well, I hope y'all are doing well because well, I hope everybody's doing well. Wait a second. I finally found 2 matching pieces. Thank the dear Lego BattleBot gods for that. Even though these forks are just gonna come flying off at any hint of a bot trying to hit him, but it'll still be fun to watch. It'll still be fun to watch just random parts flying completely around. It'd be like flying debris from a stinking animated tornado. It would be that bad. That's better. That is better. Let's see, that is okay. That is some temporary lifting forks. I don't know what these will do because, yeah, they'll come flying off at any chance of a hit. At the least microscopic chance of a hit, they'll start flying off, and it'd be a completely ended scenario right there. But I just pulled a piece off right there. But this also, to make this the most creative piece of absolute crap that has ever existed on the earth, I'm going to make, well, okay, I think this will be a decently durable bot. But oh no, not the forks. The forks will never be. I will not give the forks permission to be any bit durable. You see this right here? I think with the arena, I'm pretty sure the arena, if it runs into it, I mean, if there was a wall here, those forks would be coming off. They're already starting to come off, I think. Oh, that's just them moving a little bit. But yeah, I will kind of need to make something other than that for a weapon because there is no way in God's creation that would be any bit effective. See what I can do. I can keep this on here, but I am going to need to make a different weapon. Even if it's a wedge, I'm going to need to make something different because that fork and lifter combo, that bot would just get laughed completely out of the building before anything occurred. See what I can brainstorm. And yeah, this is a really big storm hitting the brain right now. Well, I just made the ground clearance a little too good. It's got decent wedges, but I'll do the evil thing. I'll make it a 2-wheeled son of an onion. I will make it the two-wheeled piece of garbage that it is. And as part of the top armor, if it's not already weird enough, I'm gonna try to make this work right here. I'm gonna try and make self-righting mechanisms out of this. Oh, this'll be good. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, that'll be good. But yeah, if and when I do make another Lego BattleBots video, this right here, so the strength will be, I guess, kind of low ground clearance and decent. It would be a decently durable wedge, because overall the wedge is just one plate. But and then two, with it being just two-wheeled, I can make the most out of a wedge. I can make a really durable wedge out of this. But that right there, this will be like the most unreliable self-riders that were ever known to man. And I would probably list them as such in the section of weaknesses that I usually put in the videos. I would probably word it specifically as the world's most unreliable self-righting mechanism that would ever have existed and will ever be known to exist. Yeah, that's a long one, but it's still a good one. I kind of popped it. But there's one, and oh, there's just a wedge right there. I don't really need to worry about that, but even though this just decided to pop off like something on a kind of on a pressure canner. If you've ever heard of a pressure canner, good for you, because I've heard of one. I've heard of sizzling and all kinds of stuff when it comes to canning. I've never really done canning, but I've heard all the sizzling and everything. But there we go. I'll make that a plate, and I will expand the wedge once more. If I can find the adequate parts, that is, which I just did, thankfully. It will be a pretty durable ramming wedge. Basically, the front would be meant to take damage. And it just, like a regular BattleBot, it would deflect a bunch of hits. And this would be just a plain old guy, too. Yeah, I think that's about complete. I sadly can't fit a driver in here. I would if I could. But there we go. I'm still trying to figure out what this is, to be honest. Yeah, as if I don't have enough problems with figuring out bots already, and I got to figure out what this is, and then once more I got to figure out what this is, because I just added a thing to it. I don't even know what I'm adding to this bot anymore. Yeah, I'm going haywire, and I'll admit it, I'm going absolutely haywire, but it's all for the better, because I think the more armor I put on this bot, maybe the better. May not be the better. As a matter of fact, probably will not be the better. But I do need one piece that will match to this. I hope to God I'm not being told right now that that's the only piece like this that I've got in there. That can't be. Oh, Lord Lego, I can't believe you done this. Even though that was probably near the front of the car. I'm not sure though. But I'll have to continue on. And oh god. Here we go. Getting it in there. Ah, it's better. And now do I put I can't fit that piece right there. I'll just have to put the regular white pieces. And now, for the final touches, I'll see if there's any that need to be made. I don't know. I don't know if the self-riders will... Oh, they barely work, but... Yeah, I don't think that needs to go on there, because this is already an ineffective piece as it is. But still, though, I have no idea why or what I built. What I built or why I built it, I will never know. But I'm continuing to work on it and elaborate just for the heck of it. Oh yeah, that's even better because this coming out the guy's butt is this coming out the bot's butt is even better. It's even more unexplainable, so the more unexplainable the better is what I say. And it would kind of keep him a little bit grounded. Yeah, that does work pretty well. A pretty weird design with being really compact. And yeah, that... Oh man, I'll have to test this bot one day. It would probably be pretty soon. But yeah, there's those two bots that I've made today. And I got one more to introduce before it's all said and done. I got Tractor Bro. This one was actually found at Goodwill. Well, a Tractor Technic set was found at Goodwill that I got. Got it for $2. And this uses probably about half to 3/4 of that. So I would estimate this cost about $1.50 to make. It's got a spinning saw blade. And it's got a lifter too. It's pretty durable, other than it's the right rear wheel will just pop off like nothing. Will just pop off like a bottle cap. But it does have a self-rider. The effectiveness is to be debated. And yeah, that's that. But oh god. Well, with that, I basically need to find something to do with these other pieces, and I practically just defamed these wheels from the bot. But other than that, that's about all I got for today. And, well, it's been pretty nice with y'all, and it's been pretty nice with the chat, and yeah, I know I'm basically saying the same stuff quite a bit, but still, though, I'm glad to be back, and the next video is probably going to be sometime, be just something sporadic, because I don't think I'll do another season, but in the meantime, that's about all for today, and I'll see you in whatever I decide to do next. We'll see how to close this. There we go.